Do you think a sign spinner would benefit from sign spinning experience in a fight? Because most fights, I mean, if it's like a UFC match, for example, at the longest, you'll be doing 25 minutes worth of fighting. Do you think a sign spinner has a chance in regards to stamina after spinning, 5 hours on a regular basis? Because that means a shift lasts way longer than a fight. Do
It
sign
just
spinners have
depends.
a chance?
It just depends on the sign spinner and the heart rate of the sign spinner while he's spinning, if you're looking at it from that aspect. Because when you're sign spinning, or not necessarily sign spinning, when you're doing long, intensive cardio and you're traveling over long distances, I think there's something called like it's like a, oh, what is it? VPS or like a VPNS or like, it's some neurological chemical that I don't even know the acronym for, and the word is very long, that long distance runners and people who do triathlons and things like that develop, because eventually after some point of running those long distances, your body becomes very oxygen deprived, and from
Mm,
the oxygen deprivation that's in your body, right, your uh your body's brain eventually tells you to stop or to shut down, basically equaling a knockout or pass out, faint, whatever you want to look at it. But because you're doing these long distance things, your body is beginning to develop a higher amount of this chemical or nerve development or nerve. It's a nerve recovery like enzyme basically or protein. It's something that your body develops. It's a chemical that helps redevelop brain cells in your brain as they diminish or die. So basically, what happens is, let's say you're running and you become oxygen deprived. Those brain cells are going to begin to die at an extremely high rate, and as a response to protect yourself, your brain is going to tell you to shut down, stop running, lay down, faint. It's going to tell you to do a lot of things. It's going to increase your heart rate. It's going to do a bunch of stuff, right? That
yeah.
basically say stop, right? If you
Hmm.
have a higher amount of this chemical or protein or whatever it actually is that goes into your body when you're used to doing this, you're less likely to stop. But instead, you're just going to burn more brain cells, right? You have millions of brain cells to burn. You have millions of brain cells that are dormant. So at the speed that you're burning these brain cells, these chemicals are trying to recover and rebuild new brain cells, not necessarily the ones that are dying. Because you and I know dead brain cells are dead brain cells. They're wasted, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you can't grow new ones. There are new ones recovered, right? So if you have a large amount of these in your body from doing these long distance things and whatnot, traveling, when you get hit, you respond more so as the Nate Diaz brothers do, where their eyes are on the back of their head for a quick second, but as soon as their hand touches their canvas, they're standing back up. They're never going all the way down, and that's what a lot of UFC, what's it called, referees or whatnot, are not used to seeing or judging because they want to make sure the fight is finished, if that makes any sense. So they don't acknowledge necessarily those standing knockouts, but they see someone's eyes roll in the back of their head. Because of the intense training, they know that dude's going to recover instantly. And the loss of brain cells that happen then, that may have been a normal concussion for a regular person, they may be able to stand better. That's not saying they didn't receive a concussion, because they probably most definitely did. But the effects of that concussion are not going to be the same necessarily as someone that didn't have that long cardio training. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. Sign spinning, yes, could, but it also depends on the sign spinner and how hard they push themselves during a shift and where their heart rate is.
Yeah.
You
Um,
get what I'm saying?
totally. I